Hi. Okay, today we're going to talk about something really simple to do, but it really is a fun and makes an easy difference in your kitchen. So I have brought some butter to room temperature. You want it soft. It doesn't have to be mushy, but you do want it soft. And we're going to make herb butter, also called compound butters, and honey butter, okay? So you can use several different methods for this. I'm going to start with some fresh herbs. We just went to the garden. We got some fresh parsley, sage, thyme, and basil. You can use one herb at a time if you want to. For example, you might want to just make a basil butter for your pasta, things like that to add to your sauces. But I'm just going to go ahead and chop up a little bit of each of them. And I'm not making a whole lot of butters because I'm just showing you the examples of what you can do and how to store them. So chop up your herbs, and you really want them to chop fine. And then you put your butter in a bowl. You can use a mortar and pestle if you like. I prefer to use a fork and a bowl because it just does it so much better. And today I'm going to be using fresh herbs if you have those. But you can also use our dry herbs. Any of the seasoning blends or just a single dry herb. So here today we have the herbs de Provence and the Italian. Alright, so I've got these chopped. And you can do a whole stick of butter if you want, however much butter you want to use. I've got about a tablespoon of butter here. And I'm going to just add my herbs into the bowl. Okay, don't miss anything there. And literally just mush it all together to where your butter has enough herbs in it that makes you happy. The aroma is fantastic. You're smelling all the oils that are being released out of the herbs into the butter. And I love to do this because it stores those herbs so nicely. And when you're in a hurry, you don't have to compromise on flavor. So this is a fresh herbed butter. You can store it in those little containers like that. If I was doing this for a gift, which makes a lovely gift, I would fill up the container and put the lid on, put a little label on top so that you know what type of butter you've got, and it makes a lovely little gift to give to someone. All right, so now then, I'm going to go to the next option on our butters here. Again, I've got another tablespoon of butter, and this time I'm going to use some herbs de Provence. This is delicious on chicken, rice, fish, egg dishes like a frittata. If you're going to saute some of your favorite chicken or fish and you're really looking for a different flavor because you're just tired of the same old thing, this is a great way. And honestly, just eyeball this. Measurements are completely up to you. Depends on how much herb you want in your butter. I like to get it pretty full of herbs. So, again, you would store this in a container of your choice. And you could, if you're using a whole stick of butter, you could take some parchment paper. Once this is done, get it all together and just roll it up, because this will store in your refrigerator fantastic. So you would just take your butter and mold it with your parchment paper into squares or rolls. There you go. Now this is a small example. I would do this if I was doing the whole stick of butter. Roll it in your parchment paper, twist it at each end just to seal it. You can store it in your refrigerator just like that, and then you can slice it when you're ready to use it. Just cut it into slices. It works beautifully. Now I'm going to show you one thing I would do with this butter. I would use this herbs de Provence or the fresh herbs, either one, on some chicken, which I'm going to do now. I'm going to scoop up a little more. I'm going to make a different, I'm going to use Italian herb blend. Again, you could use your fresh herbs if you have them. Most of us tend not to, and in the wintertime, we surely don't have too many growing. Although if you're here in Texas, you really need to plant your cilantro in the fall because it is going to last and last and last most of the winter long. Okay, so this is our Italian seasoning in the butter. And I would put this on my chicken. And I would do this one of two ways. Sometimes I like to leave the skin on the chicken because I love the fattiness, the flavor that that provides for the chicken. So I will take some herbed butter and put it on the chicken under the skin. I've pulled the skin back. I'm going to cover it up, and that's how I'm going to bake my chicken. That leaves it moist, herby, delicious. The other thing you can do, if you're going to saute your chicken, is just put it right in your skillet. Heat that up, turn it on, and you just saute your chicken in the herbed butter. That's fantastic. All right. Now then, there's one more tip I want to show you, and that is on making a lemon butter. And the lemon butter is so delicious and fun to use. Today, I'm using our lemon honey. We're going to make a lemon honey butter. I think I said a lemon butter. Same thing. Lemon honey butter is what we're doing. In this lemon honey butter, I will use on chicken. I will use on fish. I'll put it right on top of my fish. Get it soft, pliable. Mush it up. Open your C&J Farms infused honey. It smells so good. This is so good. And remember, we use real food. We do not ever use any artificial flavors. I've got about 2 tablespoons of butter. Maybe closer to 3, but 2.5. I am going to put 2 heaping tablespoons of honey. Now, this is completely up to you, again, how much you want to use. But it's so simple. It stays in your refrigerator, and you're ready to use it. It's ready for you anytime you want to use it. So you can make a lot and then store it. So you just mix it up, put it all together, get a good mix on it. And I love these little small containers because I can have all different flavors and kinds anytime I'm ready. This is a delicious lemon honey butter. This is ready to go. So what I would do with this is the same as I would do with the herb butter. I would put this on right on my chicken. Okay, so again, we would put the honey butter right on the chicken itself, on the fish, whatever you might want to do with that, or put it in your skillet to saute inside your skillet. It does have sugar, the honey is sugar, so you want to be careful with that. Do it at the end of cooking so it doesn't burn on you. Okay, one last little tip that I think we should all know. This is going a little outside, but if I had a steak, I would show you with the steak. I don't. But I do have some beef. It's a cube steak. And one of the best things to do when you're cooking steak, if you have a ribeye or a sirloin, is to take your butter and put it in And this is where I would make a thyme butter, because chefs love thyme butter to saute their steaks in. So here I would take some butter. Fresh thyme is the best. You can use dry thyme if that's what you have. You can just saute this up. Chefs love this. It's so delicious. Strip your thyme off the leaves. And honestly, with a little bit of salt, this is all you need. Make your compound butter, or just take your butter, put it in the skillet, prepare for your meat, throw your thyme in here. Now you've got the perfect combination for your beef. And so put your beef in here, excellent for cooking. Just some little tips to pass on to you today that you can share as gifts or keep ready in your fridge for when you're cooking and want it to be in a hurry. Thanks so much. See you later.